When people think about careers, they often imagine a straight line, one job, one company, one industry. But in reality, most careers are built through movement. People start somewhere, they learn, they adapt, and over time, they move across industries that are more connected than they might realize. A warehouse role leads to logistics. A construction job leads to project management. A technician becomes an engineer. A driver becomes a dispatcher or safety manager. These pathways exist all around us.
And what's interesting is how many people don't see those pathways at first. They're focused on the job in front of them. They're thinking about the next shift, the next paycheck, the next week, and that makes sense. But when you step back and look at the broader workforce, you see how these industries connect. You see how experience builds on itself. You see how skills transfer from one role to another.
That's exactly what we're talking about today. We're exploring career paths across the industries that keep the economy running. Light industrial, skilled trades, engineering, manufacturing, construction, warehouse and distribution, transportation and trucking, logistics, and office and clerical. These sectors aren't separate islands. They're part of one large system. And when people understand how they connect, it becomes easier to build a long-term career. This conversation matters for both job seekers and employers. For job seekers, it helps to see that where you start isn't necessarily where you stay. For employers, it helps to understand that when workers see a future, they're more likely to stay, grow, and contribute. Clarity around career pathways helps everyone. Let's start with the big picture. Across the country, employers continue to look for reliable workers. They're looking for people who show up on time, follow safety procedures, communicate clearly, and learn quickly. At the same time, workers are looking for stability. They want consistent schedules, fair pay, and opportunities to grow. Those goals meet in the middle across the industries we're discussing today.
And often, the entry point into this system is a light industrial or warehouse role. These jobs are the front door for many people. They're where someone learns the basics of workplace rhythm, showing up on time, meeting expectations, working as part of a team, understanding safety. Those habits become the foundation for future opportunities.
Let's talk about light industrial and warehouse roles in more detail. These positions include picking, packing, shipping, receiving, machine operation, and material handling. They're hands-on, they're active, they require attention to detail and consistency, and they're often the first place someone learns how a production environment works.
Someone might start as a picker, learning how to move efficiently through a warehouse. Over time, they might learn to operate equipment. Maybe they get trained on a forklift. Maybe they learn inventory systems. Maybe they start helping new hires understand the workflow. Those small steps build confidence and skill.
And from there, growth begins. A forklift operator might become a lead. A lead might move into scheduling or inventory coordination. That can lead into logistics roles. Over time, someone who started in a warehouse could be managing shipments, coordinating routes, or overseeing operations. But it all starts with reliability and a willingness to learn.
What's important here is mindset. When someone sees their role as a starting point rather than a stopping point, they begin to notice opportunities. They ask questions. They observe how different parts of the operation work. They build relationships with supervisors and teammates. That awareness opens doors.
Skilled trades are another major area of opportunity. Welding, electrical work, HVAC, machining, maintenance, fabrication. These careers require training and sometimes certifications, but they offer strong wages and long-term stability. And many skilled trades workers start in entry-level roles.
We've seen people start in manufacturing plants and gradually move into maintenance roles. They watch how machines operate. They learn basic troubleshooting. They take courses or pursue certifications. Over time, they transition into skilled trades positions, and those positions often lead to even more opportunities.
Skilled trades careers can grow into supervisory roles, specialized technical roles, or even training positions. Someone who becomes an experienced welder might eventually train apprentices. An electrician might move into project planning. These careers offer both stability and mobility.
Manufacturing and engineering also connect closely. Manufacturing today involves advanced technology, automation, robotics, quality systems, process improvement. Entry-level roles still exist, but there are also technical pathways. Someone might start on an assembly line and become a line lead. From there, they might learn programming for automated systems. They might work alongside engineers and gain technical knowledge.
Over time, that experience can lead into technician roles or engineering support roles. Some people choose to pursue additional education. Others build their expertise through hands-on experience. Either way, the pathway exists for people who are curious and committed.
Construction offers another clear ladder. Many people start as general laborers. They learn safety procedures, tools, and site expectations. Over time, they might specialize: carpentry, electrical, plumbing, equipment operation. As they gain experience, they can move into lead roles, foreman roles, or project management.
Construction careers often provide visible progress. You can see the results of your work. You can see a project take shape, and with experience comes responsibility. Someone who shows reliability and skill becomes someone others depend on. Transportation and trucking connect all of these industries. Every warehouse, manufacturing plant, and construction site relies on transportation. Drivers move materials and products. Dispatchers coordinate routes. Logistics teams manage timing and efficiency. These roles keep everything moving. For drivers, there are multiple pathways: local routes, regional routes, specialized hauling. Some drivers move into training roles. Others move into dispatch or safety coordination. Understanding routes, equipment, and timing is valuable across the logistics chain.
Logistics is where planning meets action, coordinating shipments, tracking inventory, managing schedules. Many logistics professionals start in warehouse roles. They learn how goods move, then they move into coordination roles. Over time, they might oversee operations for entire facilities.
Office and clerical roles support all of these industries: scheduling, payroll, customer service, coordination. These roles are essential, and they offer growth paths as well. Administrative assistants become coordinators. Coordinators become managers. Managers move into operations leadership.
One theme that runs through all of this is visibility. When workers can see what comes next, they stay engaged. When employers highlight growth opportunities, retention improves. Clarity helps people stay motivated.
From the employer perspective, outlining pathways doesn't have to be complicated. Even simple steps help. Cross-training, clear expectations, feedback. When workers know how to succeed and what success leads to, they're more likely to stay.
For job seekers, the key is to treat each role as a building block. Even if a job feels temporary, it's an opportunity to learn, ask questions, observe how operations work, pay attention to how teams communicate. Those lessons carry forward.
We often hear people say they want a career rather than just a job. But careers are built from a series of jobs. Each one teaches something. Each one builds experience. And across these industries, there's real mobility for people who stay engaged and keep learning.
Let's talk about the importance of soft skills: reliability, communication, teamwork, safety awareness. These skills matter across every industry. Someone who demonstrates these traits becomes someone others trust, and trust leads to opportunity.
Employers notice consistency. They notice when someone helps a teammate. They notice when someone takes safety seriously. Those behaviors stand out, and over time, they lead to advancement.
For employers, investing in training and communication makes a difference. Workers want to understand expectations. They want feedback. They want to know how they're doing. Clear communication builds stronger teams.
Let's also talk about transitions. Moving from one industry to another can feel intimidating, but many skills transfer. A warehouse worker understands pace and teamwork. A construction worker understands safety and tools. A driver understands schedules and responsibility. Those skills apply across industries.
Sometimes it's about recognizing those transferable skills. When people understand how their experience applies elsewhere, they feel more confident exploring new opportunities.
Practical takeaways matter here. For job seekers, focus on reliability, safety, and communication. Those traits open doors. For employers, highlight growth opportunities and provide feedback. Those actions build stronger teams.
And for anyone considering a change, remember that progress happens step by step. Each role adds experience. Each experience builds confidence. Over time, those steps create a path.
The economy runs on people who build, move, repair, organize, and support. These industries connect in ways that aren't always obvious, but once you see the connections, the possibilities become clearer.
Wherever you are right now, whether you're starting out or looking to move forward, there are pathways ahead. They may not always be obvious, but they exist, and each step you take builds toward the next one.
Strong careers and strong teams grow together. When workers see opportunity and employers support growth, everyone benefits. That's how stability is built. That's how businesses succeed. And that's how careers take shape over time.
Thanks for joining us for this conversation about career paths across the industries that keep everything moving. We'll continue sharing insights from the front lines of hiring and workforce development.
We appreciate you listening, and we'll see you next time with more practical conversations about work, hiring, and building strong careers. And don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode.